I get a phone call, and this was just after 9/11, and we were all nervous, about getting on airplanes after 9/11. Y'all remember that? And the guy calls me, he says, Bill, he says, this is Dr. Jetu Patel from the American Society of Safety Engineers in Saudi Arabia. Will you come do green beans and ice cream over here? And I said, the American what? I didn't know we had an American anything over there. But y'all, believe it or not, when I get over there, they've been there 25 years. They got more than 1,500 people in the room, right? So I run through the presentation, met a bunch of great friends, that are still lifelong friends, and had a good time. And when it's over, I'm shaking hands, and you can see behind me, most people are dressed slightly differently than you folks this morning, right? They're in that traditional Arab robe called the dish dash, right, or the tobe. And I did exactly what they told me when in the Middle East. There's like 12 things you never do and some things you always do, right? So I had that list, man. And one of those things is Bill Sims. Keep your left hand at your side. Don't you ever shake hands with the left hand. That is an insult, okay? Got that. So I'm doing this, right? And I'm telling people, chagrin, which means thank you. At least I hope. That's what they told me it meant, right? And so, this one guy shows up, and you can see him in the picture, and he's the only guy with a blue robe, right? So I figure he's got to be somebody special. So after I, chagrin, shake hands, he leaves. I'm like, hey, Jetu, who's the dude in the blue robe? Oh, Bill, this is great honor. You just shook hands with the Prince of Bahrain. And I'm like, man, this is so cool. So I call my daughters, Daphne and Carly, back in South Carolina. Hey, girls, guess what? Daddy just shook hands with the Prince. Well, what song did he sing, Daddy?